First of all, we're putting this table together. So what we do, we put the base plate and we put the legs, all these legs, to the base plate first of all, on assembling the table. Now when we put it on the base plate, we put these bolts in loosely. We only put them about halfway and we leave a gap there so they're not done all the way up tightly. And what this basically does, this gives a little bit of flexibility to the legs on both sides of the legs. So this will help in a minute when we assemble it to the table. So what we're going to do now, we're going to lift this onto the table with two people very carefully. And what we'll see, as it looks, as if this isn't lined up correctly, but it is actually lined up correctly. It's something that, what happens, we lift this up in the air slightly, and we basically have enough flex on the leg to do this. And now let's we put these in very carefully. So we put these in, we don't do them tightly, we just put them in loosely, because what happens if you put them in tight, it will move the table and you won't have enough room when you want to put the other leg in. This is how they go together with the makeup. So what we do now, as you see, it would look as these were not correctly, but we've got enough flex in it because of the bolts being loose, that this will go together. Taking my time doing this. I mean, you can use power tools with these, but we recommend, certainly in the beginning, that you put them in by hand. Don't use the power tool because you can round off the bolts. You need to be very careful when putting the bolts in. You need to put them in hand tight. Just take your time with them. Put them in hand tight. See what goes in. There we go. That's going in. Once we've got everything in hand tight, then we can use the power tool to tighten it if we wanted to, or just do it then with the Allen key. As you can see, by leaving the bolts loose and doing it this way, you'll find that it will go together. If you do it the other way, by putting the legs to the table first, then the base on, you will find that it won't go together. It must be done this way. So we will tighten it together now with the screw gun. Can you pass me the screw gun, please? Thank you. Do these up first. I'm not going to do them totally tight because this is only just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to be disassembling this one in a second after the video. So it's just to show everyone how to put them together. We'll do it all up after. And once this is done up, everything's nice and tight. Put together correctly. There we go, table's together, legs are solid. Then what you need to do is obviously take the packaging off, two people very carefully go over on its side, and then you basically flip the table into position. There you are, all together.